Alright everyone, welcome to the session in Math in 5 minutes. As the JEE Main, Advanced, BITSAT, CLAT and all the exams are approaching, it's important that we revise all the concepts of maths, and we will be doing it in a very short time for all the chapters. Let's begin with the first one, arithmetic progressions, AP. Okay, so whenever we talk about an arithmetic progression, we know it is a sequence. Sequence is anything where numbers are related to each other in some way and we represent a pattern, that is called a sequence. Now what is common in arithmetic sequences is that the successive terms have a common difference. Okay, this is most important, that the successive terms have a common difference, and that defines an arithmetic progression. So for example, let us take a sequence like 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. You can very well say it is an AP. AP is a short form for arithmetic progression, because the successive terms 3 minus 1 is 2, 5 minus 7 minus 5 is 2, 5 minus 3 is 2. So successive terms have a common difference which is denoted by D, and it is 2. So this sequence is an AP. Okay, so this is how you can give an example of an AP. For example, I write this. This is not an AP because the common difference here is 0, whereas here it is 1. So this is not an AP. When every successive terms have the same common difference, it is an AP. Okay, let's move to the formulae for AP. Now before starting with the formulae, you should know in an AP, A denotes the first term, AN denotes the nth term, AN sometimes can also denote the last term, not always, but for last term sometimes AN can be the last term as well. N is the number of terms, and this, remember this, that n, which is the number of terms, will always be an integer and will belong to integers always. Okay, so in any possible case, n is always going to be an integer. So whenever we are checking whether this term or that term is possible in an AP or not, what you have to check is n has to be an integer, whether positive or negative, but it has to be an integer. D denotes the common difference, okay, which we have discussed between successive terms. Sn denotes the sum of n terms, sum of all terms till n, sum of n terms, that is denoted by Sn. These are the general terms to denote an AP. Next formula is the formula for nth term. Nth term. You should know that the nth term of an AP is denoted as An, and the formula is A plus n minus 1 D. This is the formula for nth term, A plus n minus 1 D. For example, I am talking about the 10th term of an AP. So n is equal to 10. So what is A10? It is written as A plus 10 minus 1 into D. That means A10 is equal to A plus 9D. Okay, so nth term is A plus n minus 1 D. Alright, so this is the formula to be remembered. Next formula is condition formula. Now condition is what I have already explained. For any sequence to be an AP, you must have a common difference between successive terms. That means A2 minus A1, the second term minus first term, must be equal to third term minus second term, must be equal to fourth term minus third term, must be equal to fifth term minus fourth term. Okay, so this is how we can sometimes check an AP. In questions, when it is given to check an AP, you can check it like this, that the difference between successive terms have to be same, and then only it is called an AP. Next formula is the sum of n terms. Moving to the next formula, sum of n terms. Sum of n terms of an AP is written as Sn, and the formula is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. If last term of an AP, if An is given, which is the last term, in this case I am talking about An is the last term is given, then Sn can be written as n by 2 a plus an. Okay, so when in an AP the last term is given, the sum of n terms is n by 2 a plus n. Sorry for the hanging of the mic hanged by mistake. Alright, so this is the next formula for sum of n terms. Okay, then the next formula is the relation between an and Sn. What is relation between an and Sn? There is a relation. An is written as Sn minus Sn minus 1. That means the nth term of an AP can be written as sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1th term. Suppose I want to write A5. A5 will be S5 minus S4. Like this we can also write. Next is selection of terms. When we have to select terms in an AP, how do we do that? Selection of terms. When you are given 3 terms, you select the terms as A minus D, A and A plus D. This is just for calculation simplicity. When you have 4 terms, okay, you select them as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. 2 terms can be selected as A plus D and so on. But for 3 and 4 terms, we have special selection criteria. This is just to make the calculation simple. Then you have AM, arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is simple, is just the average, okay. Arithmetic mean is just an average. That means suppose you have 2 numbers A and B, the arithmetic mean between A and B will be A plus B by 2. Sum of all the numbers divided by total number of numbers. Just the way you calculate mean in statistics, the average, that is what the arithmetic mean is. One thing to remember is the arithmetic mean is always greater than equal to the geometric mean. Now this I will explain in the next video for geometric progression, okay. Alright. And finally you have the AM and AP, relation between AM and AP. Remember, whenever 3 terms are in AP, just understand this, whenever 3 terms are in AP, the middle term, this is the middle term, is AM of the side terms. The terms which are on the side, the middle terms is the AM, arithmetic mean of the terms in the side. That means suppose I write an AP 3 terms like this, A minus D, A plus D. A is the AM of A minus D and A plus D. You can verify this, A minus D plus A plus D by 2. This gets cancelled, 2A by 2, you get A. Okay, that's how you get arithmetic mean. So in an AP, whenever you have 3 terms, the middle term is always the arithmetic mean of the 2 terms on the side. So that's how you can write the middle term of an AP as twice of the sum of A minus D and A plus D. Like this if you write, you will get this, divided by 2. Okay, this is how you can write this. Okay, so whenever you have a middle term, it is the arithmetic mean of the terms on the side. These are the terms on the side, this is the middle term, so this is the arithmetic mean. Okay, so that's it from AP. In the next section, we will be doing the formulas for geometric progression, followed by the chapters I'll give you. Thank you so much.